Hi everybody, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another video lesson, and this will be the last lesson before this book finished. Yes, and we are going to finish this book with this video, inshallah. Let's open book software. Yes, unit 12. Yes, listening and speaking, because we won't have time for speaking this week. Yes, look at the photographs. Which word can be used to describe each photograph? Choose A or B. Yes, able-bodied, blind, yes, disabled, physical disability, visual disability, wheelchair. Yes, it means engelsiz bedenli ya da yapabilir, bir şeyler yapabilir bedenli. Bedeninde sıkıntı olmayan diyelim biz ona. Blind means, can't see. Disabled means having a unfunctioning organ, çalışmayan organı bir herhangi bir engeli olan, engelli diyelim. Physical disability, fiziksel engelli. Visual, görsel, yani görme engelli. And wheelchair, sandalye. Bunlar kimde var arkadaşlar? Kimlerde var? Aslında ikisinde de. Hangisi? A'de mi, B'de mi? Able-bodied, kim bir şeyler yapabilir? Vücut olarak kim müsait? Evet, B. Blind, B again. Disabled, A. Physical, A. Visual, B. Görsel, görme özürlü diyelim. Wheelchair, sandalye. A'da var. Yes. Sometimes in a multiple choice task, yani çoktan seçmeli dinleme sorularında, it's difficult to decide on the correct answer. It can help if you work out which of the answers option is wrong. O zaman hangi seçenek yanlış, onun üzerinde durmak lazım. If you eliminate these, you will have fewer answer options to choose from and more chances of finding correct answer. Eğer yanlışları elimine ederseniz kalan doğru cevap olacaktır. Listen to the first paragraph, first part of the recording and answer these questions. Okay? Is it true that only blind athletes can take part in Paralympic Games? Are all the Paralympic sports mentioned? Listen.
Unit 12. Listening. Exercise 2. We've all heard of the Olympic Games, but what exactly are the Paralympic Games? Well, they are held every 4 years immediately after the Olympic Games, and they are an important sporting event where athletes with disabilities compete in a range of sports, including athletics, wheelchair tennis, and ice hockey. Athletes are grouped according to their disability, physical, visual, or intellectual.
Yes. Is it true that only blind athletes can take part? No, it isn't. Are all the Paralympic sports mentioned? No, they aren't. Yes. Next. Now look at question 1 in 4. Use your answers from 2 to eliminate 2 of the answer options. Give reasons for your choices. Look at the question in 1. Yeah, let's open it. Yes. What's true about Olympic Games? Only blind athletes can take part in Paralympic Games. Everybody has heard of the Paralympic Games. All the Paralympic athletes are disabled in some way. Athletics, tennis, and ice hockey are only our Paralympic sports. Yes. All the Paralympic athletes are disabled in some way. Paralympic demek zaten arkadaşlar özürlü veya işte engelli olanların atletizmi demek. O yüzden tüm paralimpik dediğimiz atletler muhakkak bir şekilde engellidir, değil mi arkadaşlar? O zaman doğru cevap bu olacaktır. Kapatalım. Now, in this task, you will hear a short talk and some questions. Before the talk, you will have time to read questions. Listen to talk about the Paralympic Games and choose the best answer from the answer. A, B, C, or D. From answer choices, A, B, C, or D. Yes. Let's listen to it.
Exercise 4. We've all heard of the Olympic Games, but what exactly are the Paralympic Games? Well, they are held every 4 years immediately after the Olympic Games, and they are an important sporting event where athletes with disabilities compete in a range of sports, including athletics, wheelchair tennis, and ice hockey. Athletes are grouped according to their disability, physical, visual, or intellectual. The idea for the Paralympic Games dates back to 1948. Ludwig Guttmann, a doctor at an English hospital, organized an athletics competition for patients who had been wounded during the Second World War. Dr. Guttmann believed that sports therapy could improve the quality of life for people with physical disabilities. He organized the first International Wheelchair Games, and they took place on the first day of the London Olympics of 1948. The idea was so popular that 12 years later, in 1960, the first International Paralympic Games were held in Rome. 400 athletes from 23 different countries took part in the Games. The event has grown bigger and more popular ever since. Today, the International Paralympic Games are one of the world's most important sporting events. 4,269 athletes took part in the London 2012 Paralympic Games, and more than 2.5 million people came to watch the Games. Some disabled athletes are so good that they can compete against able-bodied athletes. Jason Smythe, who is almost completely blind, holds the 100-meter and 200-meter Paralympic titles. He became the first Paralympic champion to take part in the European Athletics Championships. That competition is for able-bodied athletes, and he managed to reach the semi-finals of the 100 meters. Oscar Pistorius from South Africa competes in the category of athletes who have no legs below the knee. He is so fast that he won a place on the South African Olympic team and took part in the 2012 London Olympics. The courage of the athletes is simply incredible. Some were born with their disability and some have become disabled through accident or illness, but all of them have the most amazing strength of character and determination. They are fantastic role models. Their achievements encourage disabled youngsters to go out and achieve their dreams, no matter what obstacles might stand in their way.
Number 1. What is true about the Paralympic Games? Number 2. How did the Paralympic Games start? Number 3. How are today's Paralympic Games different from the Paralympic Games of 1960? Number 4. Which category does Oscar Pistorius belong to? Number 5. What do we learn about Paralympic athletes? Number 6. What does the speaker mean when he says,
Their achievements encourage disabled youngsters to go out and achieve their dreams, no matter what obstacles might stand in their way?
Yes, guys, we have finished listening and you can choose your options. Yes, and I'm going to open all. Yes. Let's check them, revise them. What's true about our Paralympic Games? All Paralympic athletes are disabled in some way. Bir şekilde engel demiştik. How did the Paralympic Games start? They were designed to help patients at a hospital. It started at hospital. How are today's Paralympic Games different from the Paralympic Games of 1960? They're much bigger sporting event than in the past now. Which category does Oscar Pistorius belong to? That is with physical disabilities. What do we learn about Paralympic athletes? There are different causes for their disabilities. And what does the speaker mean when he says, yes, disabled athletes can help others to achieve their goals? Yes. And we finished listening. Now let's do speaking part. Yes. Have you ever watched the Paralympic Games? Yes. If you remember, we have seen very nice football matches a few years ago, and Turkey became, I think, second or champion. I don't remember well. I think champion, and it was very nice for us to see. Which sport impressed you most? I think football, Paralympic football, was very interesting for me. But you cannot disagree. You may not disagree with me, of course. What sports lessons are offered at your school? And do you take part in them? Yes, we have PE lessons and football, basketball, volleyball. We have and table tennis teams. If you could choose to do any sporting activity, what would you choose? I think most of guys in Turkey prefer football mostly, and maybe basketball, maybe table tennis. Okay. And now, question tags, guys. Question tags. Let's fill in the blanks with question tags. For example, let's choose swimming and tennis. Let's. It must be, shall we? You think boxing is dangerous? You think. Don't you? We both agreed on this. We both agreed on this, didn't we? Not many of our classmates have heard of baseball. Not many. Not many of classmates have heard of baseball. Did they? Yes. Have heard this. Have they? Have they? You didn't like the ideas of athletics, did you? Yes. Work porn. Imagine that your school is going to start some. Okay, let's finish here. And you can discuss these questions with your partners at home, with your brothers or sisters, maybe fathers and mothers. Is boxing too dangerous for teenagers to take part in? Yes, boxing is a bit harsh and a bit brutal sport to do. Maybe the judo, karate, or wrestling, our ancestor sport, our traditional sport, is very suitable for guys, for young people. Are some sports more suitable for girls or boys? Yes, I think some sports are better for girls. Should students spend more or less time doing sports at school? Yes, mostly students say they must have more lessons for sports, more PE lessons. Or maybe all of them can be PE one day, one day a week. Which is more important, playing or sports? Playing sport or winning? Of course, playing sport is very important. Winning comes second. Yes, we have finished speaking part. Let's go to writing part, guys. It will be the final part. Yes, we are going to see the formal letter, the resmi mektup. Yani birine yazılacak olan resmi. Your reason for writing. When you write a formal letter, you usually have a special reason. Özel bir sebebiniz olması gerekir. Örneğin bir firmaya yazacağınız mektup. Örneğin bir okula yazacağınız mektup. Okul müdürüne yazacağınız mektup. Ya da bir bakana yazacağınız, bir üst makama yazacağınız, valiye yazacağınız mektup. Önce konuyu belirliyoruz. To ask for information, try to get a job or complain about something. Bir şey şikayet edebilirsiniz. Bir şikayet mektubu olabilir. Bu bir iş mektubu olabilir. İşe girmek için. Önce sebebi bildirmelisiniz. Ve bu sizin açılış paragrafınız olacak. Yani mektuptaki ilk paragraf sizin sebep paragrafınız olacak arkadaşlar. You should state this reason in your opening paragraph so that the reader knows immediately why you are writing. Bu yüzden bu şekilde de okuyan kişi sizin neden mektup gönderdiğinizi hemen ilk etapta anlamış olsun. Evet arkadaşlar. Burada bu tür mektupların bunlar ne mektubu olduğunu bize soruyor. Bakalım özür mü, başvuru mu, bilgilendirme mi, sorgulama mı, yani bilgi alma mı yoksa dilekte bulunma mı? Bakalım. I am writing to some more information. Yani bilgi rica etmek için aramıştım. Rica mektubu diyebiliriz buna. I am writing to about facilities at Downtown Sports Club, which I saw advertised recently. Ne diyor burada da? Bazı şeylerle ilgili bilgi almak için, yani reklamlarda gördüğüm bir şeyle ilgili bilgi almak için. Çünkü reklamda görürsün, insan merak eder genelde. Dear Miss Williams, I am writing to you next week's golf championship final has been cancelled. İptal oldu. O zaman bu nedir? Bilgilendirmedir değil mi arkadaşlar? İptal edildiği ile ilgili bilgilendirmek için bunu yazıyorsunuz. Ve iş diyor zaten. İş dediği için de apply olur. Evet arkadaşlar. Bu şekilde mektuplarımızın sebeplerini ilk başta yazmış oluyoruz. Dear Sir, açılış kısmında bunlar oluyor. Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing to request some more information. Dear Mrs. Brown, I'm writing to inquire about the facilities. Dear Miss Williams, I'm writing to inform you that next week's golf. Dear Mrs. Smith, I'm writing to apply. Dikkat ederseniz hemen ilk başta sebebi bildiriyorsunuz. Read this writing task and answer the questions. You have seen advertisement about sports all day. Read advertisement and notes you have made. Then write a letter. Şirkete mektup yazıyorsunuz bunlarla ilgili. Tell them lessons, what and how much. We can help you plan an exciting sports all day anywhere in the world. Tell us what you want to do. Bize ne yapmak istediğinizi söyleyin. Where and when. Nerede ve ne zaman. Choose from mountain biking, bungee jumping, sand yachting. Bunlardan seçin. And many more activities. Daha başka bir şey istiyorsanız. We can also arrange your accommodation. Bunların ne kadar mal olduğunu sorun, yazabilirsiniz. Soran bir mektup. Daha fazla bilgi için de Derek Herman yazabilirsiniz. Bunlar, what's your reason for writing the company? Peki yazma amacımız ne? Bunların hepsiyle ilgili bilgi almak değil mi arkadaşlar mesela? Bakalım. Evet, bilgi almak. To ask for more information. Evet. Read this letter, read an answer to, and complete this missing information. İkinci alıştırmada yazılan mektuba bakın şimdi. Read this letter written in answer to, complete this missing information. Ve bunları tamamlayalım oradan arkadaşlar. O verdiğinden. O ikinci alıştırmayı hatırlayalım. Bir geriye gidersek. Evet, burada. Mesela ne içindi? Dear, burada neydi kulübün adı? Extreme Sport Holidays. Dear Derek Harman. Evet, şuna yazacağız. Dear Derek Harman. Dear Derek Harman diyeceğiz. Sonra I'm writing to request some more information about neyle ilgili? O kampla ilgili bilgi alıyordunuz. Açalım isterseniz daha. Evet, Extreme Sport Holidays ile ilgili bilgi almak için. Sonra bakın bitirirken yours sincerely, saygılarımla, enişten saygılarımla Mike Thomas. Sizden I look forward to hearing from you. Sizden haber almayı dört gözle bekliyorum. Enişten saygılarımla diyoruz. Bu şekilde bitiriyoruz mesela burayı. Ondan sonra has writer covered all the points in notes. Bütün notlar, bütün hepsini, buradaki bilgilerin içinde hepsi var mı bunların? No, the writer hasn't covered all the points. Hayır, hepsi yok. Sadece didn't say. Mesela ne zaman olduğunu söylememiş, ne zaman gitmek istediğini. Demek ki hepsini içermek zorunda değil. In order to get information, you often need to give some first. Bilgi almak için biraz bilgi vermek zorundasınız arkadaşlar. Write a letter which cannot be told the cost of holiday because it doesn't say when he wants to go. Maliyetten bahsetmiyor çünkü ne zaman gittiğini söylemiyor. O yüzden note down, bu bilgi vermelisiniz ki onlar o bilgiyi versin. Note down what basic information you would need to put a letter in when writing in the following situations. Bunları söylemeniz gerekiyor ki, değil mi arkadaşlar? Mektuba bunları koymanız gerekiyor ki size doğru bilgi verirsin. A football stadium is offering tickets at a reduced price for groups at some matches. You want to know the total cost for your group. So, how many people, for example? Yes. And when? You want to know the cost of a flight to a ski resort. Kayak bölgesine bir uçuş maliyetini sormak istiyorsunuz. When? From where? Nereden? Ne zaman? Nereye? Evet. You want to know if a gym offers training in your sports at the right level. Herhangi spor salonu sizin orada hizmet veriyor mu? Kaç para? Sporunuz ve senin seviyeniz, pardon. Evet, bunlar mesela sorabilirsiniz. Kaç bir olduğunu da sorabilirsiniz tabii. Ama önce bunlar gerekiyor bilgide, paradan önce. Evet, bu da sizin. This is a writing task for you. You have seen advertisement about working a sport holiday company. Read advertisement and notes you have made and write a letter company using all your notes. Yani burada ne yapmak istiyorsunuz arkadaşlar? Gönüllüler istiyorlar. Yani burada iş başvurusu gibi düşünebilirsiniz burada. Buna göre düşüneceğiz. Yes, we have finished writing section and we have finished our English download B1 book videos. Thanks for watching so far. Take care. Selamünaleyküm.